Do it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today. Hector, did you want to say a few words, or do you want me to go straight
Yes,
from here?
yes. So, I mean, this has been a long time in the works because of my connection with Jared's leads, and Jared now is a friend of mine. We go way back since the inception, probably, of the company. Friends with his dad as well, and we played hockey together. There's been a lot of things that have been parallel, but we never really thought of collaborating until recently because I've been consulting in digital marketing for over a decade. I worked for two Fortune 500 companies, and I was always busy with my own thing. And Jared was busy with his own thing, building his company and growing it. And we kind of grew up together in a sort of sense of a way. And when I saw what you guys are about to see, I was really impressed and excited to share this all with you as well, because I know some of you are here from one of my previous talks and the work that I've done as a consultant. But just wanted to introduce you to Marlin. So Marlin is the CEO of Jared's Leads, and so he'll be showing you some amazing technology that's proven to help you grow your business. And these are things that you just basically have to take action on. And we don't really have anything to sell you. We just want to share some value, build some good connections, and at the end, we do have a program that you could decide if you want to join or not. But uh, it's really just to educate you. Most of this is a workshop for you to grow your business. So with that said, Marlon, take it away.
Cool. Thank you, Hector. It's a pleasure to be here. Let's go ahead and get started, you guys. Let's get the legal stuff out of the way because it's always fun. We're thrilled to have you join us today. The session is being recorded. We use this recording and the materials presented for our internal purposes, such as training, marketing, and improving future workshops. If you have any concerns, please feel free to let us know. Thank you for your understanding and participation. So a little bit about us. Jared's Leads, we've been in business for 16 years. The company was founded in 2008. That's Jared on the left there. That's me on the right. We're both family men. A+ rating with the BBB. We've done some cool things. We took this company from 15,000 a month to 5.5 million in 11 and a half months. In their first campaign, we took them to a little over 150,000. And then in 8 months after working together, we took the company to its first $1 million a month ever. So that was cool. There's another company. This is Big Joe. He had one location. We started out with 3 coaches, and then we scaled to 8 locations with 26 coaches spread out through all locations. And we recently just put this one in yesterday, but this is a client whose cost per lead we took from 216 down to 27.76. This is a really big company, actually. And so this was really cool. And we've done other cool things. If you guys like to see more case studies, we have an entire page full of them. We're happy to send them over. And we recently just made the Inc. 5000 list again for the second time as one of the fastest privately owned growing companies in the US. 179 in California. I know we have some Californians here. And we also work with some bigger brands, Universal Studios, Bloomingdale's, Victoria's Secret. We currently work with Top 100 magazine right now as well. They're one of our clients. And in this workshop today, you're going to discover how AI marketing will help you grow your business faster, why it's not your fault if your past marketing efforts have not worked, how you can win in the current economy and digital landscape, and why you should be cautious of the many agencies and gurus that appear in your feed. And lastly, how to create disruptive campaigns that challenge the status quo and put your competitors on the defensive. Excuse me. So the program, this is the AI Quantum Leads. It's a framework that consists of 5 pillars. It's the digital foundation setup, AI marketing system, lead nurturing with CRMs, campaign creation and testing, and AI optimization. We're going to show you exactly how to do all this today. And you're going to walk away with things that you can apply immediately after this workshop. We're going to be sending you some of these resources as well. So these are the agenda topics for today. Let's go ahead and get started with the first one, which is entity foundations. So entity foundations is basically just having your ducks in a row before you go online digitally. We all know a lot of people get excited about enhancing their digital online presence and their marketing, but there are certain things that should be non-negotiables before hopping online. One is having a Google My Business, so you rank higher, a professional business address. Gmails are cool, but it's much more professional if it says john@xyzcompany.com. And you also want to have a professional business address. Some people use their home address, and that's fine. If you don't want to disclose your home address publicly, you can, however, get a virtual address like postal1.com, and you can get it pretty much anywhere in the country for $9 to $30 a month. Active social media profiles. You don't need to be the next Gary Vee or Grant Cardone. People just need to see that you're a real business and that you know what you're talking about. And then clear contact information. So how can a lead contact you? And before creating a digital marketing campaign, it's important to know about your customer's awareness journey first. This is a very simple way of breaking it down. There are 3 levels of awareness, essentially, when you're creating marketing campaigns. The first one is top of funnel. The second one is middle of funnel. And the third one is bottom of funnel. Top of funnel just means, hey, this is our business, we exist. So it's just letting people know that you exist. Middle of funnel is educating people more about your business, letting them know what your benefits are, how you do things differently, your unique mechanism, case studies, things like that, right? And then bottom of funnel are people that are close to buying a house right now, like they're close to making a decision. And so when you're in the real estate market, you want to cater to all people, because you have people that are ready to buy now, and then you have people that are ready to buy later, moving into an area next year, or looking to sell their home, etc. And 97% of people that find out about your business for the very first time don't take any action. And this is across all industries. And so your goal as a realtor for your business is to get that other 97% up the ladder, because if you don't have a way to recuperate that 97% that don't take any action, then you're missing out on a huge chunk of revenue. And so one way to do this economically is by creating what we call a digital meta billboard campaign. It's a video. Literally for $5 a day, this is our office in Rancho Santa Fe, California. For $5 a day, we're reaching 600 to 2,000 people with a video. And it's when we're getting 100 to 300 plays for less than your average Starbucks cup of coffee. And so in real estate, a lot of people network, and that's cool because it does bring in a lot of business. However, when you take a vacation and when you sleep, people are not finding out about your business. So for $5 a day, this is one way that people are always finding out about your business locally and that you exist. And we did this within a 10-mile radius, as you can see here. And what's cool about creating videos on Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, this is the back end of what we're looking at now, is that you can retarget people who have watched 10 seconds of your video, 50% of your video, 100% of your video, and everything else in between, as you see here. So it's great to create retargeting campaigns for people that have watched 25% of your video. And I want you to understand this. If you make a 60-second video and somebody watches 15 seconds of your video, you have done an amazing job, because the average attention span is 3 to 4 seconds. And most people think that when they're creating an ad or putting their business out there digitally, that you're competing against your competitors. You're not competing against your competitors. You're actually competing for everything else that's out there and taking your prospects' attention. Cat memes, funny reels, somebody's dramatic post on Facebook that's being shared. That's what you're competing against. So if you get them to stop, to take a look at what you have to offer, you've done an amazing job. And so a great marketing campaign that you can do is something like a retargeting campaign to let people know that you're having an ADU seminar for locals in, let's say, Chicago, right? That's where I'm from, so I'm representing you there for a little bit. And you can also retarget economically for $4 a day. We spent $4 here, 216 impressions, and we got 25% views, right? So that could be letting somebody know about what it is that you have to offer, come to your seminar, et cetera, whatever it is. And so retargeting people is actually really easy. If they find you on Google, or they find you on your website, or they even go to your social media profiles, all you got to do to retarget them is use a metapixel. Now, I know this probably sounds really nerdy if you've never heard of it before, but it's actually really easy. Has anyone here ever copy and pasted something before? I'm assuming the answer is yes, right? It is that easy. So all you do is take a code to look exactly like this, and then you just copy and paste that code on the back end of your website. Then you leave it alone, and now that code sends data back to Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, letting people know that they can get, letting Meta know the data so that you can retarget those people when they open their social media feeds. And if they go to your website, you can retarget them with an ad, because let's say that I am interested, I did find you as a realtor, but there's many in my city, for example, let's say San Diego, And let's say I did find you in the middle of the day, and then I'm at home and my toddlers are going crazy. And then finally, when I put my kids to bed at night and after I eat dinner, I sit down on my couch, I pull up my phone, and guess what pops up? You pop up, right? This realtor popped up on my phone. Now I'm staying top of mind. So for top of funnel, people just need to know that your business exists, right? To switch gears here, this is a company called Tap Truck. And really all that, you don't need to do a lot of explanation, right? It's pretty simple. You go up to the truck, you pour yourself a drink. It's a lot of fun. And then let's say that I'm an event manager, I can get retargeted with this ad to let me know that they can do large scale events. And I can even think to myself, as a corporate event manager, oh, this would be fun for our corporate events, right? And then a bottom of funnel can be something like an ebook, something that lets them know how to create an amazing, unforgettable event. And it's a nuanced sales letter telling them how Tap Truck East actually enhances that experience. And then some companies need a little bit more explaining. For example, in this case, this is another San Diego business. They teach children how to become financially literate, right? And so, well, how do you do that? Well, I can get retargeted middle of funnel with a video that explains how this works, right? So you're using the video here in a different order. And then an ebook could be a teen's guide to money management, right? So it's the same thing by using an ADU. And so they would call this our secret weapon for all our clients. One thing that we do is we study the top 20% of your clientele. So we like to define the top 20% as people that pay the most, refer the most, and are a complete joy to work with, right? So what do they have in common? Are they between the ages of 40 and 50? Do they all drive luxury cars like BMWs, Mercedes, Volkswagen? What school do they go to? What degrees do they take? What publications do they read? What authority public figures do they follow, like Tony Robbins, et cetera? And so, and then what you want to do is just tailor your message specifically to those people. And then you're going to be attracting specifically more of those people into your business. This is really powerful. It helps a lot with marketing campaigns. We took a client's cost per lead from $21 to $8 and some change per lead just by conducting a market research and a focus group instead of his business. We were able to lower that cost per lead by more than 100%. So what is ChatGPT? I'm pretty sure that we are all past the hype. Everyone here knows what ChatGPT is, so I'm going to skip that part. What's cool about AI is your ability to immediately slash marketing cost. On the low end, working with an agency is on the low end anywhere from $2,000 or $4,000 a month. Hiring an employee at the low end is anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000 a month. But thank you to ChatGPT bots, and they're essentially employees that have all this knowledge built into them to help you create better copywriting, landing pages, campaigns, websites, etc., management, whatever you need, right? And so AI really is only as good or as bad as the person using it. So that's why the most important thing are the inputs that you give it and how you give it to them. So today we have a bunch of resources that we're going to give you for free. They're actually right here. You can use all of these. We have prompts. We have the bots that we're going to use listed here and the AI tools that we're going to use in today's demo. So the first thing that we recommend is that ChatGPT now has a memory. And so what you want to do is you want to give it context about your business, right? So let me go ahead and open this up here. So here is the context prompt. And it's essentially these 11 things: your business name, years in business, founding year, ranks, accreditations, example clients, right? Some case studies and people that you've worked with, target market, and then your list of services. And you can have ChatGPT actually do this for you. Does anyone here have a website that they can share about their business? Okay, cool. Let's use, does anyone know like a famous real estate guru that we can use maybe?
Yeah, let's put up Tom Ferry. Look up Tom Ferry.
Okay, let's look up Tom Ferry. Cool. Nice. You can tell Tom is running ads. He showed up immediately. That was a branded Google search ad. Cool. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to give it to this bot. It's called Deep In-Depth Market Research. We're going to create an ad for Tom Ferry today. In order to use this bot, all you have to do is make sure that you have the ChatGPT subscription. So it's going to give you a quick summary, and then it's going to give you a drop-down menu. And if it doesn't, you can just ask for it. And I'll say, give me the drop-down menu.
And why is that important?
Because it's going to give you everything that you can get for market research here.
Got
And by using this bot, it'll save you hours of market research, even for your own company. We've had people in in-person workshops put their business in here and ask for customer reviews and feedback. We've seen some great things, but we've also had business owners be surprised at how much this bot can extract. So let's pick some fun ones so that we don't overload the GPT here. Let's do marketing strategies. Let's do a SWOT analysis. That one's always a fun one. Let's do competitor landscape. It's always just good to see what your competitors are up to, just so that you can get a sense of what your prospects are seeing, what type of offers you're seeing, and then we can take a look at market trends and insights, and this should be pretty good. All right, you press enter, and then it pulls all this up. By the way, there's 20 things here, so you can do multiple. And then it just gives you this entire output, gives you a table. It's really cool. So it's giving me, so if you did this for your business, it's doing it for Tom Berry right now. Campaign name, YouTube marketing, the key strategies, the target audience, the effectiveness, the source, Tom Ferry podcast, real estate training ads, right? So it gives you all these great ideas. And it's good to have everything documented because our brain stores so much information. But when it's time to work and create something good and strategize, having a digital asset like this is essentially creating a bank of inputs for ChatGPT. And so now that I have all this information about Tom Ferry, I can actually create a context prompt about Tom Ferry's business like this. I'll just pull this out. I'll go back in here. I'm going to stop it for the sake of time. And I'm going to say, give me all this info about this business. It fills it out for me. Once it fills it out, and AI is not perfect, so I have to verify the information, cajole it, so that it fits precisely to your business. It might miss some context, or it might add other things that aren't necessarily true, or it misunderstood something on your website. And so now I'm going to say, great, now write out the context prompt like this, in this format. Writes it out. So now the reason that this is important is because you'll take this context prompt, and ChatGPT, like us, now has memory. So I'll grab this. I go to my regular ChatGPT bot, right, just right here, and I'll say, please store this in your memory about my business. And then it's going to store it in there so that when you're talking to ChatGPT, just like a person, when you meet them for the first time, the fifth time you see them, you remember their name, you recognize them, you might have talked about where they live, what they do for school, their passions, if they have kids, all that stuff. So it's cool because you essentially have an employee that you're having conversations with about your business, right? That has access to the internet. So there it is. Now I can talk about my business with ChatGPT. So let's get into the next step here. And even though market research is important, the most important thing is to know what you're selling, right? What is your unique selling proposition in real estate? And here are the funnel strategies. We have top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. And we went over the market research bot. You can use this for your own business. And once you have some information, what you want to do is you actually want to create some hooks, because what most people do is that they put thousands of dollars behind one idea only to find out that it didn't work. And so what we're going to do instead is we're going to create hooks based off of pain and pleasure for Tom Ferry's business here. And we're going to use the Jared's Leads Hookmaster bot. So I'm going to take this context prompt from Tom Ferry. I love doing this stuff. I just got excited. So So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say, hi, please create 5 pain-based hooks, 5 pleasure-based hooks for this business. Here is the context prompt. And so the bot is designed to create a hook, which is a question in the beginning, and then a foreshadowing, which leads the person to the next step. And so what we're going to do is we're going to create ads that look like this. This is for a company, coffee company that we did here in Chicago. And there's no text, there's no headline. It's just the content. Want to start your day with a meaningful cup of coffee? Taste our top-rated blends that customers can't stop raving about. Right? And if they click on that, then we know that we have some engagement. So then we're going to take a safer bet, data-driven bet, and say, hey, you know what? We're going to put dollars behind this idea that's been tested. And you can test these ideas for $30 to $100 instead of spending $3,000 and then saying, hey, you know what? Let's pivot. So let's take a look at some of the hooks that the Jared's Lee's Hookmaster bot has created. It's created 5 pain-based hooks, 5 pleasure-based hooks. And now I'm going to say, great. Now just list out the hooks only, please, in bullet point form. So I can copy and paste them into a sheet. And what we're going to do, and oh, I have to say, do it without quotations, do it without quotes. And we're going to create those hooks right here. So create hooks. Let's go back to this bot. I'm going to copy and paste this. I'm going to go back in here. There we go. Now they're in each individual cell. I'm going to copy and paste the other ones, which are down here. Fantastic. Now I'm going to go back to the bot and say, great. Now do the same for the foreshadowing in the same order. And it's going to give me the foreshadowing for each hook. Great. I'm going to have to send Tom Barry an invoice for this, Hector.
Good idea.
Yeah, so we're going to put this in here. Then we're going to copy the rest of the hooks down here. There we go. And so now we're going to create multiple of these at a time instead of doing them one by one. We're going to use Canva for that. And all we have to do is download this as a CSV file, comma separated values. I go back to Canva. And what we want to do here, you notice that there were 2 color blocks, right? So the reason that we want to do that is because subconsciously when there are 2 blocks, it stops to scroll. So for the sake of making it easy, we're just going to do it in black and white like this. And it stops to scroll when people see something like this. And so we'll add some text here. It doesn't matter what you add on the first one. It's just so that the data recognizes that there's a text there. And you'll see what I mean here in just a few seconds. Are you still putting in endless hours, but still not getting the deals come through? And then we get it. Burnout is real. Let's go down here. There we go. So I like the way that this looks. It's spaced out properly. This is down here. It's good. And now I'm going to go down here where it says bulk create, and I'm going to upload that CSV file we just downloaded. There we go. Now I'm just going to connect the data. I'm going to click here. There you go. There's the hook. Down here is the foreshadowing. We're going to connect the data there. Excellent. All I'm going to do is click continue, and it's going to create all 9 of those for me. And there it is.
Love it.
Right on. And what's cool about this is that you can do this for designs like this. So if you do like a weekly tip or a quote card. You can create content here for, the next 30 to 90 days. And it can do it pretty quickly. So now that we have those, we will put these inside of Meta, test them on Facebook and Instagram. And by the way, we're going to give you prompts today, 100 hook prompts. Each hook prompt is 10, so you literally can create 1,000 hooks with this. And then once you put them inside Meta, all we're looking for is to make sure that the click is below 50 cents at 1,000 impressions. So those are safe bets. And then here's the cool part. These are winning hooks for Jared's leads. We've filled up our workshops every time from testing these hooks. And all you do is take the hooks here. You can put them on the beginning of the ad. You can put them in your headline. You can put them in the email subject lines. You can put them on website landing pages. And this is the anatomy of a Facebook ad. You have to call out, right? So like if you're in Wyoming, definitely say, hey, Wyoming residents, and then you have your hook and your opener, the body copy, which is, I'm a realtor, here are the things that I offer, a call to action, click the link for the seminar or to download the 10 hottest listings in Wyoming right now. And then there's your headline that goes right here. So this is some stuff from HubSpot. You can just Google HubSpot digital marketing studies. They're a behemoth. I think they're doing like 20 billion a year. 92% of realtors use Facebook. And then the next top channels to get leads are Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And only 54% of realtors indicated that they're somewhat familiar with AI. This framework that you're learning here today is exactly the same framework that we use for our done with you clients and our done for you clients. So you're literally getting all the information you need to create successful campaigns yourself. And we're going to give you the tools to do it today as well. Some other ones that I thought was that were interesting is 67% of agents said posting on social media is more important than having a blog. True, and you're getting exposure with a better digital billboard campaign or just $5 a day. So that comes out to like 150 bucks a month, right? And nearly half agree that social media is the most effective form of advertising. And you're going to find the people that you're looking for on Facebook, which is Meta and Instagram. So these are the advertising networks. We recommend to start with Meta to give you the fastest feedback. Then Google, it's a little more expensive. It's a little bit harder, but then once you get it, it sustains. And then go to YouTube after that, and we recommend it in this order. So here's why the majority of ads are not working. Number one is people are only marketing to the 3%, people that are ready right now. There's a huge audience that still needs to learn about your business and how you can help them. And your marketing can make them aware of any problems or challenges that they have or will encounter down the road. There's no authority, no credibility. That's why it's important just to have your digital assets built around your ads. Lack of message market fit. If I walk into a store and the store is full of bald men and I try to sell them a comb, they're probably not going to buy, right? So you just want to make sure that you know who you're talking to. Are you talking to families? Are you talking to single men, right? And then the business is not humanized. People don't really like stock footage. So it's better to have a face behind the business. And then not interacting with the audience. It's polite to respond to people in DMs and comments and in emails. And it helps them feel more connected to you, which builds a relationship. And so back in the day, you would just run ads to a landing page and then you would print money. You still can do that at a very high cost, but market behavior has shifted. And here's how. People see an ad, they see a landing page, and then before putting their information, the person thinks to themselves, should I give this person my info? They don't know yet, so they actually go to your social media profile, they go look at your website, they go look at your socials, they search you on Google, and then they opt in next time they see an ad or through your website, or they send you an email or a phone call. So this is how this works now. And so this is an example of a local business in San Diego. And this is just a map of how you can retarget people on multiple platforms by using the meta pixel that we talked about earlier. So if they go to Google, they can find your website, they can get retargeted. If they go to your socials, you can retarget them just on Facebook and Meta alone. So it's really cool. You can essentially stay top of mind for them and follow them around the internet. And so we've talked about the customer journey, market research, creating the hooks. Now we're going to talk about economics. A lot of people overlook this stuff. Just this concept alone is going to help you bring in more clients into your ecosystem so you can sell more homes. The way you want to think about this is gold clients, silver clients, and bronze clients. And so the way that you can look at level 1 and level 2 offers, because ultimately real estate is high ticket, probably the most high ticket there is, right? Is you can create lead magnets. And those are the 10 hottest listings right now. Or here are some things you want to know if you're planning on moving next year. Or, hey, if you want to sell your home next year, here's how you can increase the value. Here are some things that you should know about ADUs. You can also do workshops, right? Hey, people in San Francisco, we're holding a workshop for first-time home buyers, direct mailers, seminars that are specific to what you do, and also newsletters. And here's a money goal tip. I took this from Martha Cratchy. She's doing about 8 million a year. She teaches people how to make money online, and she taught me a concept that has been proven over and over again. And a lot of publications actually do this. Is you can create something like living well in, let's say, in San Diego. I can create a newsletter that's called Living Well in San Diego. And I interview, as a realtor, I interview, med spas, gyms, tax consultants. And I tell those people, hey, I'd love to feature you on my newsletter. You get subscribers, you garner attention, you send a newsletter once a week or monthly. And you're essentially spotlighting other businesses. And at the very end, you can always advertise your own business at the bottom of that newsletter. And this compounds. It is an asset that compounds over time. So you're indirectly always marketing your business on the back end of a newsletter that's called Living Well in San Diego, for example. You can do it in your own city. So, yeah, just throw that one into your brain like ChatGPT because it might come in handy. So for the economics, essentially what you want to do is build assets around your ads just to generate more trust, more authority, more credibility. We've had some really interesting years, right? So there was the pandemic, the political environment, the economic conditions, and consumer behavior. And this is important to note because what consumer behavior has taught us is that people still want to spend money. And data shows us that people go from buying big brand names to generic brand names. So they go from buying like the lipstick, chapstick, Burt Bees to buying the CVS brand, or they go from buying Advil to buying the Costco Kirkland brand, right? So the money's still there. It just moves around slower during times of uncertainty. But if you play the game smart, the money will flow right to your business. And you do that just by creating these offers to let people know, like, hey, you know what? I'm interested in what you have to say. Let me just either spend a little bit of money on a paid ADU seminar workshop, or maybe you're just hosting a workshop for first-time buyers. I love what you have to say, but give me something else that I can do to learn more about you, and just so that I know what it is that you're talking about to know if I'm making the right choice. And that's essentially what you're doing with these level 1 and level 2 offers, right? So you can essentially ascend them to buying a home with you or selling their home with you. And during these times when you set yourself up with these type of assets, that's when you see exponential crazy growth. That's when you see businesses say, we went from 50,000 a month to 300,000 a month, or we went from 800,000 a month to 1.6 million a month, et cetera, and so on. And there are these cycles every 3 years where we grow, and then we learn how to get better, and then we grow again, et cetera, and so on. And so my challenge to you is, what are some intro-free offers you can create? What are some mid-ticket offers, like paid workshops, for example? And what are your high-ticket offers, right? So what are some seminars? What are some lead magnets? What are things that you can create to bring people more into your ecosystem and build a relationship with them? And just to drive this last point home is, if you're going to buy a Lambo, for example, same price, and you go to 2 dealerships and you like both of the car salesmen the same, and the deal is exactly the same, from which one are you going to buy the car from? The one who invests the most into your relationship. That's the one that you're going to go with, and it's the same here. If you invest more into your people, they're going to invest with you. Offers. Go ahead, brother.
I just wanted to show you guys this. He's a friend of mine who's the agent here, and he's got a really unique selling proposition, and it's basically your home sold guaranteed, or he'll buy it. His company will buy it back. And here's a little bit more of the details on that on the next page there. Marlin, if you want to just move it, there it is. So if you're not satisfied with the home, your home purchase, will buy it back or sell it for free, guaranteed. And then the little asterisks below his video, he's got an explainer video showing conditions and program guidelines apply, your current market value based on recent sales of similar homes in the neighborhood. So in real estate, that's fairly common conversation about, especially when they're doing this unique selling proposition. But I thought it was unique to use it specifically in real estate. So just wanted to share that with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Love that. I saw a realtor on a billboard say, sell your home with me and the remodel is on me, or something like that. And I
That's
thought that
cool.
was, yeah, and I thought that was a really cool, unique selling proposition as well. So the more time you spend on this, the bigger the payoff is on the back end, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna give you guys this as well, so you can think about it, give you a roadmap. Essentially, these are all the things that your offer should cover, right? Your benefits, the experience, the price, the terms, the bonuses, unique mechanism, scarcity, urgency, their dream outcome, all that stuff. And yes, there is a bot for this. You're gonna get it as well. It's all located in here. We're gonna be sending you guys this stuff. Sweet. So now you have the framework for an ad. So we're gonna make an ad real quick. We used a market research bot. We made a context prompt, right? We created some hooks. And one of the things is that sometimes people, you want to know how to write an ad, right? So there's two ways. I'm going to show you one quick way. Let's say that you like Tom Ferry's messaging and how he writes, right? Like Hector is a really good writer. If you get his emails, Jared talks about it all the time. They're very engaging. He's forwarded me some. I love them. And so let's say that I want to study an ad from Tom Ferry. There's a really cool tool that's called Voice Style Tone AI Prompt Snippet Generator. And there's another cool tool called the Facebook Ad Library. I'm just going to type in Tom Ferry in here and see if it pops up. Okay, let's go with this one. Let's say I really like this ad. I like the way it's written. I like the voice. I like the tone. I like the style. I'm going to go back to this bot. I'm just going to put it in here. And then it's going to give me the prompt on how to write. So all I have to do is copy and paste this, which I'm going to do right now. I'll hit copy. I'm going to go to regular ChatGPT. I'm going to go in here, and I can even give it a command. For example, anytime I say Tom Ferry style, write in this way. And then it'll always write in this way. And if you want to go ninja level with this, if you have any talks, if you've done any seminars, download your transcript from Zoom, and then upload it to Voice Style Tone Prompt AI, and that'll tell you what your brand voice is. So you can always create content around this brand voice. So now I'm going to go back. We're going to get that context prompt again. Here we go. And I'm going to tell it to create me an ad for this business, right? And then it'll write me an ad in this style. But I'm going to give you guys a little present today. We have this bot that you're going to get access to. It's called the Jared's Leads Local Business Ad Copywriter. I'm going to say, write me an ad for this bot. So we're going to write me an ad for this business. Cool. So then it prompts you and it asks you a few questions, right? So what location are you in? I'm going to say San Francisco, just for fun. What makes Tom Ferry stand out from other real estate coaching programs? He works with you and gives you feedback on your process to attract customers and sell homes. And what is the unique selling proposition highlighted? Let's say the one-on-one attention, and then it's only limited to 10 people. And the call to action, CTA, is to click the link and watch the free training. So it has the context. And then spits out this copy. And there it is. So now you have an ad. This is the framework that we use for done for you clients and done with you clients. And obviously, it could always be better when you give it more time. I've literally never spoken to Tom Ferry, but just with this alone, we've been able to create an ad. So the more that you give it, the better it's going to be, right? So there we go. So now you know how to write in a certain voice, tone, and style. You can use Arbot if you want, and then just write an ad. And the Facebook ad library helps you see what people are seeing. So I can go in here and I can type in a location. I can type in San Francisco and see what people are seeing here. If I type in San Francisco real estate, or you know what? Real estate is a special category, so I can just go here, housing, and then I'll do San Francisco, and then it'll show me. And by the way, as a realtor, I'm not an attorney, so talk to your legal counsel, but there are certain things that you need to put in your ad, like your license number and all that stuff, right? So
That's right. Yeah.
here it is. We're not talking about you, Robert. I'm just kidding. So there's some cool ones in here that you can take a look at. And then see, well, how is this person writing these ads? What are they saying? Can you make yours better? How are you different, et cetera, and so on. Cool. So here's another really cool tool. It's called D7 Lead Finder. This is actually a Google scraper. It's economical. It's about $100 a month. But what's really cool is that it gives you every business in every city, the website, the phone number, lets you know if they're advertising, what their email address is, what their socials are. And it spits out a sheet like this with all the information that you need. And so, for example, one of our clients is a attorney, and we gave him a list, and he built relationships with chiropractors and sport medicine doctors in his area, and he gets more clients from those relationships than anything else. So just to give you an idea of how you can build these relationships, or if you want to build Living Well in San Diego, you just got a gold mine of networking capabilities, right? And then there's Instantly AI. This sends out cold emails for you. It redirects URLs for you and makes sure that they're being sent safely, and also makes sure that each email is a unique send so that the email servers don't spam you. So for example, it'll say, hey, Jamie, hi, Jamie, hello, Jamie, hey there, Jamie. And then it changes up the body a little bit, and it also changes up the signatures a little bit. Blessings, cheers, warm regards, best regards, have a great day, etc. So it's really cool. It's hands off. It's about $100 a month. You can send thousands a day, and all you're gonna do is spend time responding to the people that have replied back to your email. CRM, Go High Level. It's a great bot. More than 60% of local businesses actually miss phone calls, which is crazy, and they don't follow up people after that. So this has a missed call to text feature. So if somebody calls you and you're busy doing a tour with a client, this system will actually text them back and say, hey, I received your phone call. Sorry that I missed it. What can I help you with? So you're staying top of mind with that person. It's a really cool feature. And you can do a whole bunch of stuff. It looks like this. You can have an AI bot that actually has conversations with your leads. You have calendars in here, contacts. You can create pipelines, marketing, websites, funnels, landing pages, email sequences. You can create a newsletter from here. I mean, it's unbelievable, and it's economical. And yeah, they have a free day trial as well. If you have a CRM system to get all of this manual labor off your hands, this entire tool can run the entire business for you, so you can focus on more high leverage activities. It's got automated follow-up. This is what the workflows look like. And it's been built so that it's user-friendly as well. And so now by this point, you're probably wondering about the Quantum AI Leads program, or how it is that we can work together. So Hector is going to be dropping a link if you guys want to talk about the Done With You program or the Done For You program. So Done For You, obviously, if you want it hands off, we'll take care of everything for you, from the scripts to the workflows, to the landing pages, to the strategy. We'll build it out with you all hands off. You just tell us what you need to do. We'll get all the context from you. And if you want to learn how to do this yourself and become agency proof, because when you are looking to the AI Quantum Leads program, you're not just saying yes into another course or service or a mastermind. You're actually saying yes to more leads, less manual labor, and a better future. Why? Because you'll basically get more leads with AI, and you'll learn how to use it. We'll install the system that gives you results, and we're going to teach you how to do it yourself with your own AI-assisted framework, fully tailored to your business. But I want you to be the judge of that. I can't tell you what to do. Hector can't tell you what to do. We can only show you the way. And this, in my professional opinion, makes sense if you're a service-based business owner. right? Like a realtor, and you want to fire your agency, you want to stop depending on third-party sources, you want to cut your costs and increase your revenue because essentially the business that grow the most are the ones that create assets like plants that grow over time. After all, if I'm wrong, all you do is just walk away with clarity on exactly what you need to do next, where you stand, and what you need to do to optimize your lead generation efforts. So, but what if we're right? We'll leave that up to you. When you're ready, just click that button in the Zoom chat, and Hector will personally show up to that phone call and see what we can do to help. So we
Great
have a
job,
few
Marlon.
minutes.
That
Yep.
was awesome. Yeah, let's open it up to questions. If any of you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask myself or Marlon anything. And great job, Marlon. Great job. It was awesome. A lot of great
Thank you.
info. So if you don't have any questions, that's fine. We could just wrap it up. Hopefully you guys were able to see the booking calendar there. And if you're watching the recording, you can still click on the link there and we will make sure that you have access to one of our calendars to book the call for a free consultation. But how was it for you guys? Was it useful? At least for, I know James has been pretty engaged with us throughout the call. How was it for you, James? Did you enjoy the training?
Yeah, it was informational.
Very cool. Are you using AI in your business right now or any automations?
Oh no, I'm a college student. So how do I say it? Like I'm just curious about the sector, that's all.
Oh, cool. Well, appreciate you being here and participating from start to finish. So, you feel free to reach out to us if you'd like to learn a little bit more about how we can help you. What year are you in?
I'm a third year.
Oh, cool. Yeah, one of the greatest accomplishments I had was getting invited to teach at UCLA at the Ziman School of Real Estate and
That's so cool.
the intersection of social media and real estate. And that was a great honor. That was about 5 years ago. And I got invited by one of my students who graduated through my real estate school, getting his real estate license. He became a commercial real estate agent, crushed it. I think he's doing like hedge funds or something now, but back then he's like, Hector, come and do a talk. We need a speaker for one of our trainings. It's for I think juniors and seniors at UCLA, and I was like, all right, I'll do it. And so yeah, I mean, this is definitely something you can keep in mind as you move forward in your business. Are you planning on getting licensed, James?
Yes.
Are you in the process of already getting licensed, or are you just doing your college courses now?
A little bit of both. So like I'm more like Duane Gomer. I'm like doing the real estate license for that.
Okay, I think I know them. Okay, great. Awesome. Well, you can stay in touch with us. I think we're both on LinkedIn as well that you can connect with us. And Jaime has a question. Do you see the question,
Yes,
Marlon?
yes, I do. I actually worked with, I was going to use the system more as in this presentation actually, but I have a lead insurance agent, an insurance agent. He gets all his leads from going live on TikTok, and he automates it with the CRM that we just showed you, Go High Level.
Nice.
Hmm.
Beautiful. So with Go High
Hmm.
Level, what's your website? What website are you using, Jaime? Because depending on what your website you're using and how you're generating leads from your TikToks, the call to action is, do you have your link in your bio? If you have that, then that should solve the problem that you're asking about. But anyway, this was awesome. Let's no website yet, only social media. Yeah, well, that's definitely something we can help you with, Jaime. And I think we know each other, don't you? Don't we know each other? Your name is very familiar. Um, but yeah, we'll be happy to. No, you don't think that? Okay, cool. Well, just book the call there if you want and then we can help you. We can look at your website, see what you got going on there. And Marlon or myself or both of us will be on there with you, just kind of evaluating what you got going on, what you like to accomplish, and then we could build a solution that works best for you because we got a lot of different ranges. Like you saw in the training today, there's a lot of different things that we can help you with, um, depending on what your budget is and what you're looking to accomplish. So very cool. Well, let's wrap it up. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to say before we wrap it up, Marlon, but appreciate
Um, there's Yeah, absolutely. It was just a pleasure to, be on here with Think Status Consulting. It's an honor. Thanks, man. And thank you guys for being here as well. I appreciate your time and attention.
Thank you.
Awesome. Have a great rest of the day, everybody.